Good afternoon and welcome to TVB's coverage of the Yonex Sunrise Hong Kong Badminton Championships 2011. Today is finals day with some very interesting matchups, and I'm joined today by Kiki Stensgaard. Kiki, some interesting round games today.
Absolutely. Obviously, I'm looking forward particularly to the mixed doubles here coming up with the Chinese pairing against the Danish pairing. Obviously, myself being from Denmark, really looking forward to see how the Danes here can play up against #1 ranked team, Fischer and Pedersen of Denmark. Definitely fancy their chances, and it has to be remembered that coming into this stage of the season is very important to gather a lot of points because it is Olympics year next year and everybody's trying to be in the top 4.
And as you can see, we have now live feed. They're at the beginning of the first set, and we'll hand over to the commentator.
Too long.
Service over. 11-12.
Took command at the front of the court.
Service over.
Reverse to doing that. Joachim Fischer knows how strong his partner is at the back of the court. She's a tall, powerful athlete. 178, that's about 5'10". Fischer Nielsen even taller, 189. Oh, completely mistimed it. Well, a number of players this week who have been struggling with the lighting here at the Coliseum, just momentarily losing sight of the shuttle. First year that this event has been played here at the Coliseum. It always used to be played at the Queen Elizabeth Stadium in Happy Valley on Hong Kong Island, of course, whereas yep, we're on Kowloon. It's long.
Service over. 14-12.
What a tremendous rally.
15-12.
Neither pair willing to just lift the shuttle, looking for drives, looking for flat pushes. Soon as the lift came, that's when they were in trouble. Just a little word of instruction or maybe encouragement from Joachim Fischer. Oh, beautiful drop shot, perfect placement.
Service over.
No wonder she gets the high fives.
13-15.
Dissecting the Danes. Yeah, both of them thought the other was going to go. Very, very clever play from ZHANG Yunlei. How on earth did he get that back? Well, Joachim Fischer looking up towards the lights yet again.
16-13.
There was a defensive shot early on in that rally from ZHANG Yunlei. It was absolutely superb. It's a good serve. Skimming flat over the nets. Now a 4-point cushion. Flick serve is long. There's a drift in this arena. Shuttle flying faster, coming towards the Chinese end of the court. Yeah, it's a super return of serve, set up the rally. Found that mid-court area. Just a downward little tap. Look at that. Towards the tram line, getting it past ZHANG Yunlei. Shuttle still landing in front of ZHANG Nan. Yeah, he's pleased with his partner, and so he should be. 3 points away from this opening game. Now just the 2 required. Oh, good defense. Well, until that final smash, Chinese pair had just cut Christinna Pedersen out of that rally. Realising just how good she is at the front of the court, they just kept the shuttle away from her.
Service over, 15-19.
That's gone long.
Service over.
Well, it's a real testament to both these pairs and their quality of their women on court, because at the moment it's really been a battle of the 2 men. And I think the problem for ZHANG Yunlei there, it was the first opportunity she'd had to intercept at the net for quite a number of rallies, and so desperate to want to try and play the winner that she hit it long, and maybe just a little surprised that in fact eventually she did get the opportunity to intercept. Whatever the reason for the error, it means that the defending champions from Denmark have 5 game points. And he needed the one, another good serve. 21-15.
First game won by Joachim FISCHER NIELSEN Christinna PEDERSEN, 21-15.
Just 19 minutes for that opening game. And the defending champions are looking very sharp indeed, carrying on from where they left off last night with a superb semi-final victory over the second-ranked Chinese pair, Zhu Chen and Ma Jin. And tactically, they're playing so well. And the reward, one game up in the final, 21-15. Nan ZHANG, the coach. Head coach to the Danish team. Well, these two burst onto the world stage.
20 seconds, 20 seconds.
New wristband required for Joachim Fischer. Chinese combination ZHANG Yunlei and ZHANG Yunlei formed their partnership last year and won the All England Championships as qualifiers.
Second game. Love all, play.
Well, the Danes, one game to the good, 21-15. Oh dear, service fault called. Racket not pointing in a downward direction. Well, the umpire saying not allowed to have a word with the service judge.
Service over.
Oof, well, didn't think that was racket head high. If anything, it was above the waist. Now, once again, Pedersen at the nets. Well, she's always been a good front court player, but I have to say, in the last 6 months or so, I think she's got even better. There's the confusion this time between the two Chinese players. It's such a good tactics in doubles. Play in between your two opponents. They both think that the other is going to go for it. Causes confusion, sometimes a clash of rackets, and quite often an error. Such a good return. Not fooled by the flick serve at all.
3-2.
A little puzzled expression on Joachim Fischer's face there. Look at that movement and direction of her smash. Quite brilliant. Oh, that's wide. There's not only a lengthwise drift in this arena, there's also a sideways drift. So as we look down on the court, the shuttle is flying, well, I'll explain it when we see it in a moment. Here we are. Shuttle will fly faster from the right, going towards the left as we look down on the court. And also flies a little bit faster coming towards us. Yep, well, there's the drift coming into play again. Shuttle taken out because of the drift from right to left. Good low serve. Yeah, there's the drift again.
Service over. 5, 6.
Oh, that is brilliant. What a backhand. How did he find that angle?
6, 4.
Virtually no backswing of that racket, certainly no follow-through. How he generated that power is beyond me.
Service over. 7, 6.
Defensively, she's also improved, Pedersen. Now blocking the shuttle and immediately moving forward. There she goes. Just guiding the shuttle into the open space. Much better than trying to drive the shuttle back to the rear of the court. There's little signs to me that perhaps the Chinese pair just beginning to get a little bit dispirited. 1 or 2 unforced errors that you wouldn't expect from the world champions. Well left. He was in position. Big smile as he turns and points to his partner. Yep, that was a good shot. Oh, look at the contrast between the two pairs. The smiling between the two dames, very happy with the situation at the moment. Stark contrast to the body language between the two Chinese players. Well, 5 straight points from 6-all. And a 5-point advantage at the mid-game interval. Well, they've won every time they've played against the world champions in the 4 previous occasions, but every time they've beaten them, they've needed 3 games to do it. I don't write the Chinese off quite yet. Dignitaries and VIPs enjoying this match.
11-6 lane.
The Chinese pair needed that, needed to stop that run.
7-11.
Yeah, that's a problem for her. Yeah, a little shake of the head, and she's shadowing the shot. Should have brought the racket head over. Yep, you're right. Because when you're hitting with the drift, anything flat is going to go long of that back line. Well, the indecision. It was a very good flick serve.
7.
Zhang Nan was game to leave it. Then decides he's got to play it. Yeah, the Chinese pair need to get themselves sorted out because at the moment they're in disarray. Yeah, that will certainly help their cause.
Service over. 8-13.
Beginning to get a little more involved at the front of the court, ZHANG Yunlei. That was a super shot. And then in contrast, Pedersen just pushed off that net, pushed back in court a little bit. A metre further back, and it makes a huge difference. Yeah, good placement of the smash from Zhang Nan. Saw that Joachim Fischer was waiting, committed to his backhand defence, hit it down his forehand side. Well, they've halved the 6-point deficit. Now only 3 points in it. Now only 2 points in it.
11-13.
Well,
13.
I said we shouldn't write them off. You don't become world champions unless you're real fighters. On the back level, 6 straight points.
13-4.
Yeah, and look how the body language is shifting. All. And in fact, into the lead. 7 straight points.
14-13.
Well, I'm thinking back to the semi-final last night involving the Danes when they had a run of 8 straight points. And that run of points really was the deciding factor in the match. Yeah, well, long last, they stopped the run.
Service over.
It'll be interesting to see how they deal with being on the receiving end of such a run of points. Of course, yesterday in their semi-final, the Danes, very much to their advantage.
All.
Good rally. Yeah, it's a good smash too. Well, world champions now
14.
very much able to get themselves on the attack. For so long of the match so far, they've been forced to defend. Nine of the last 10 points have gone the Chinese players' way.
Service over. 15-15.
This is a huge point coming up. Crucial for both pairs. Yeah, well, she wasn't missing those in the opening game.
17-15.
Perhaps a sign of the nerves. Always landed in.
Service over. 16-17.
Yeah, he could have played it. Yeah, he takes his racket out of the way, believing it's going to go long, but it was clearly in. And it could be a costly misjudgment. Yeah, great attacking play by the world champions.
Service over. 18-16.
Desperation defense. Oh, the serve is wide of the centre line. What a time to make a service error. Oh, nerves getting to everyone. Oh, that's brilliant. Absolutely wonderful. A full stretch. Zhang Nan just guiding the shuttle across court.
Service over. 19-17.
Not only the ability to play the shot, but also the vision to see that's where the gap was, because he was under pressure. Three game points now.
10-17.
For the world champions. Well, it's always been to 3 games before in all their previous encounters. And it's gone to 3 games again here in the Hong Kong Open final.
Won by ZHANG Yunlei. 21-17. 1 game all.
21-17. And after 40 minutes of play, it's 1 game all. Well, they looked down and out, didn't they? It's 7-13 adrift. What a great comeback. That's 1 of points. Extraordinary. 1 game all. And the points from 7-13. 7 straight points to go 14-13 up. And then in total 9 of the next 10 rallies. Head coach Lee Yongbo there with the black hat on. Well, he'll be very relieved that his pair have taken that 2nd game, because at one stage it didn't look as if they had a hope. Well, 1 game all. 7-13 down. World champions. And then won 9 of the next 10 points. What a comeback. What a final.
Final game. Level play.
3rd and final game. Who's got the nerve? Well, certainly the momentum is with the world champions.
1 love.
Having taken that 2nd game. And as far as the Danes are concerned, I think they've just got to try and put out of their minds that they had such a lead, such an advantage. And that advantage was whittled away and broken down. Yeah, the serve, I think, was going to go wide of the centre line. A call from Joachim Fischer, but the call was a little late. No time for Pedersen to get a racket out of the way.
Service over. 1-2.
Yeah, he's certainly fired up, isn't he, Joachim Fischer? It's just as much a psychological battle at this elite end of sport as it is physical capabilities. Yeah, so intense, giving it at all, launching himself towards the net. It's gone wide. It was this Hong Kong Open last year that really marked the comeback of Joachim Fischer. This was their only title of 2010 winning here in Hong Kong. Because, of course, he'd missed 8 months at the beginning of the year because of knee surgery. The other one's gone well, well wide.
4-2.
Well, I noticed in the opening game there was an awful lot of flat pushes from the Danes down the forehand wing of ZHANG Nan. Trying it again in that rally. Oh, it's gone wide. Goodness me. Did well defensively, did Pedersen. And ZHANG Yunlei can't believe that she missed the open court. Look, Pedersen is so far back in court. There was a huge gap at the front. And every time that Joachim Fischer is pleased with his partner, he turns and points at her as if to say, well done, that's what I want you to do. Good return of serve.
Service over. 4-5.
Good return. Those are the sort of little dinky shots that she was playing in the opening game to such effect. Just take the shuttle early. No real pace on the shuttle, just get it going in a steep downward direction. It's gone long.
Service over. 5-6.
That's a good return too.
Service over. 7-5.
Two players matching each other, point for point. Well, ZHANG Nan had returned serve so well last time that Joachim Fischer served at him. Just feeling the pressure, the need to get the serve as tight as possible to the net, and therefore made the error. Yeah, the frustration from ZHANG Nan. He knows that there's a drift there, but he didn't take that into account when playing the shot. it's just wide. Good judgment.
8-all.
It was the right idea. Try and play it cross-court and look how Pedersen had moved forward to the net. It's 1-game-all, 8-all. The ball and the low serve is short.
Service over.
Did well to get out of the way.
9-8.
Yeah, very good judgment. Well, I thought at the start of the match it'd be a real battle between the two women. And to be honest, I think both pairs have got so much respect for the woman on the opposite side of the net that they're just desperately trying to play it away from them the whole time.
Service over. 9-10.
Joachim Fischer is struggling with his serve when he's serving to ZHANG Nan. Good anticipation from ZHANG Nan.
10-all.
10-all. The defending champions who have the psychological advantage and a 1-point advantage as the change ends here in this deciding game. It's a real lesson in how to get yourself ready, rack it up, ready after every shot, looking to be positive.
20 seconds. 20 seconds.
Lars Uar always involves his players in the discussion, never just tells them what to do, always asks questions, gets their feedback.
Play.
A real clash of rackets between the two Danes. There's a couple of times that ZHANG Yunlei has just snatched at the shuttle. So desperate to try and make the difference, make the winning shot.
Service over 12-all.
Great athletic ability from ZHANG Nan. That shot there, playing it cross court, around the head shots. Great agility. 12-all. Unbelievable. What a super rally. It's all a question of who can get on the attack, because in that rally, the attacking formation there of the Chinese pair, my goodness, it takes 3 or 4, or maybe even more downward shots to actually break down the defense, but eventually it will happen. Yeah, and as soon as the Danes are on the attack, they win the rally.
Service over 13-all.
Good serve.
Service over.
Double hit by the Danes.
14-13.
And the crowd around me weren't quite sure what was happening, what the fault was. It's gone wide. Points for points.
Service over 14-all.
It really will come down to who's got the nerve and who's got the character to control the nerves. Now, what's he going to do? He's been struggling with his serve to ZHANG Nan. Struggling again.
Service over 15-14.
Not getting any advantage with the flick serve. ZHANG Nan reading that very well indeed. Well, I think ZHANG Nan actually tried to get out of the way of that. But just couldn't really react in time.
Service over 15-all.
Well, she was made to serve a second time because ZHANG Yunlei said she wasn't ready. And now it's the Danes who go back into the lead. wasn't a bad serve, but the return pushed down the left-hander's backhand side. That's what did the damage. Exactly an hour. This final has been in progress. And the lead changes hands once more. Two-point cushion now for the world champions.
13-16.
And again, a record their first ever victory over the Danes. Just 3 points away from achieving that. A very, very well-worked rally. They weathered the storm, the Danes, initially. And then it was the lift deep into the backhand corner. This is the one that did the damage. Short clear, and therefore the opportunity to play the winning smash. Fist from ZHANG Yunlei. 19-17. 2 points away from the title. Well, desperately trying to keep on the attack, but perhaps Joachim Fischer would have been better to leave that for Christinna Pedersen. But that's all academic now, because it means that there are 3 match points for the world champions. Comeback. They were again and 7-13 down. Looked as if they were down and out, but the world champions have reversed the result of the final of the Hong Kong Open a year ago. Nan and ZHANG Yunlei record their first ever victory over Joachim FISCHER NIELSEN and Christinna Pedersen. Their 5th attempt to beat the Danes. And today in Hong Kong, they finally achieved it. 15-21, 21-17, 21-17 in an hour and 4 minutes. Well, what a way to get us off on finals day. What a super match. But really, that run from 7-13 down, where the world champions won 9 of the next 10 points, that really was the decisive passage of play. Four of the players, the winners, are going to be interviewed on court for our host broadcasters.
恭喜张雷跟张兰张云雷，你们是第一队，今天在决赛的日子能够夺得冠军。那其实你们觉得那个转捩点在哪里呢？在第2局。 不是打到平手13平，那时候我们觉得，不知道有没有机会能够攀回来，你们怎么看法？
我觉得主要还是我们从第2局后面战术用的比较对吧？然后通过教练的指导，自己把思路。
The Danes not really firing on all cylinders today, Kiki.
No, really. The big surprise today was Christinna PEDERSEN, who has been widely considered the best female mixed doubles player in the world for at least the last handful of years. But she today really didn't contribute at all, and it was Joachim FISCHER that took the Danes to the first set, and then as we saw in the second and third set, really the Chinese pairing there had a good handle of the Danes, and really was not a surprise at the end that they took what was a relatively close match, but they really looked like the stronger side for the last 2 sets, and they will deserve championship here in Hong Kong by the #1 seed. And I think for them, a very important win going into the Olympics next year in London, having beaten the Danes for the first time, getting that monkey off the back, I think is going to bode well for their chances to lift the gold for China in the Olympics, because obviously that's what all the Chinese parents are getting up towards now.
And of course, a very good win, seeing that Pedersen and Fischer, won the last 2 Super Series in Denmark and France, and have been a very, very good team. So this is an excellent win for the Chinese #1 pair.
It certainly is, and the Danes, having had a very good fall, definitely going to the end of this season on a high as well.
Okay, we're going to take a short break, and we'll be back with you shortly. Stay with us.
He's cracked open